everybody! My name is Finn the Pony, and welcome to the Brony Bakery, where we specialize in serving up the freshest of tips on how to improve your image in the Brony community. Or at the very least, we try to. It's not super easy balancing a pie shop with an advice center, but hey, if it means I get to help a lot more people, then I'm sure I'll be able to manage. For our first few episodes, we're going to focus on the first thing that one needs to master when it comes to pony content creation. The art of the OC. What are some useful tricks and techniques for crafting your own original MLP character? What should you try to include and try to avoid? Well, let's get cooking. The first thing to note about an OC is that it's an original character. Emphasis on original. Creating an OC gives you the opportunity to flex those imaginative muscles in your brain and let your creativity flow. In a universe as expansive as MLP's, where creatures of all shapes and sizes can be found, there's certainly no shortage of possibilities when it comes to making your own character. An effective OC often consists of 4 major ingredients: a good design, a memorable name, a charming personality, and an engaging backstory. We're just going to focus on design for this episode, as it's the first thing that most onlookers will notice and is often the thing that sticks out in people's minds. Of course, this guy wouldn't know anything about that, being a Rule 85 Finn the human and all. Just wait until we get to backstory, my friend. What you find out might just blow your mind. Well, considering how long this episode took to come out, I'm not holding my breath. So, you're thinking of creating your own MLP OC. Maybe you want to give your online persona a face, or maybe you just want to create a unique character for a story or comic series you're developing. Either way, the best place to start is your species. What kind of creature is this character going to be? Well, oftentimes you'll see MLP OCs as one of the 3 members of the tried and true trio, that being either Earth Ponies, Pegasi, or Unicorns. I personally see nothing wrong with picking one of these 3. Heck, I'm an Earth Pony and proud of it. But if you want to try something new, and maybe take a few steps outside of the box, there are plenty of other creatures you can try out. We've seen the likes of alicorns, griffins, hippogriffs, sea ponies, wolves, changelings, crystal ponies, turtles, robotic horse mechs controlled by organic pony brains. Yup, we've got one of those too. Heck, why not just go all the way and create your very own species? Like my friend Erica, for example, who chose a majestic winged wolf to represent her, complete with a unique backstory explaining exactly what this species' lifestyle is like. Or what about Cat Avenger, who combined the likes of a Pegasus and a cat to create the adorable and huggable Pegacat.
If it was a stuffed animal, I would buy it.
Basically, what I'm getting at here is that you should never feel restricted by what's commonly seen among other bronies. This is a community that embraces diversity, and if you feel like being portrayed as a creature that's not an equestrian's encyclopedia, go right ahead. Heck, you'll probably be remembered more fondly for it. Once you've got your base down, it's time for aesthetics. This, in my opinion, is the most important step, because even if you decide to choose a simple or well-known base, you can still make it shine with some interesting decorations. You have the chance to apply a unique color scheme, main style, tail design, and or extra accessories to really personalize your OC's look. One of my favorite things that I see creators do is base certain character aspects off of their real-life personas. KP, for example, has an OC with blue fur and brown mane with blonde highlights. This is because her favorite color is blue, and she wanted to make her mane style match her real-life hairstyle. It's cute, it's memorable, and it relates to the person that made it. Or maybe you can make your OC's design reflect your personality. Lightning Bliss, for example, has that unique-looking paintbrush tail, likely symbolizing her love of art and her general creativity. And trust me, she's got a lot of it. But even if you don't want to base your OC off of yourself, I still feel it's key to add something that others will remember you for. Toon Critic, for example, has a red and black coloration that's very often used and sometimes even frowned upon in the Brony community. But he tricked out his OC with accessories like a scarf and a signature red top hat to really give it a look all his own. And don't even get me started on his alter ego. That guy is full of style. Similarly, there's Rosepal, a very simple Rainbow Dash recolor type OC with similar tail and mane designs, but throw on a unique creamsicle color scheme of white and orange, a pink jacket, and a cute little pair of nose glasses, and you've got an OC with their own unique sense of style. Come on, tell me you don't want to hug her. Creative aesthetics are usually the most common feature used to draw a crowd. Anything from inviting color palettes to stylish outfits to unique proportions can really make onlookers take an interest in your character.
They say, look at me, here I am, love me.
The only thing I'd warn against in this case is going too overboard. You can definitely let your creativity fly when it comes to aesthetics, but try to limit things like your accessories or your use of color to a modest number. Try to aim for something like this with a decent amount of standout features, as opposed to this, which is just... yeah, looks like if Rarity put her entire boutique's inventory on one mannequin. It could be hard to hit that perfect balance of unique and reserved, but after a lot of experimenting, you'll know a good look when you see it. And of course, what OC would be complete without their own special bud mark? Well, unless your OC is non-pony, of course, in which case you don't need one. Heck, even if you are a pony, you don't necessarily need one if you have a good reason for it. You know what? Bad transition. The point is, if you do want your OC to have a cutie mark, it's important to understand exactly what a cutie mark is. In all honesty, the show's made the concept of cutie marks as confusing as it can get, but for the most part, cutie marks are used to show a pony's most valuable trait or talent. Sometimes it can be shown in a literal sense, such as a squirrel representing a talent for writing or a controller representing a talent for video games, but there are also those marks that take a more symbolic approach. Let's say, for example, that our OC's cutie mark is a present with a big heart around it. So, does he give away hearts to people? Is he some kind of organ donor? Not necessarily. If you look at it from a different angle, one could assume that this is a pony that specializes in giving the gift of love to others. Maybe his special talent is devoting his time to making others happy, and he strives to give all he can to those that need it. It doesn't exactly spell that kind of thing out for you, but it can still convey that message pretty effectively if others think hard enough about it. There's a lot you can communicate to others with a simple butt tattoo, and as long as it encapsulates what your OC is all about, there are endless angles you can approach it from. The last thing I want to talk about is something that's not exactly necessary but can still be effective. If you happen to be an artist with your own unique art style, you should feel welcome to incorporate said art style into your OC's presentation. There's nothing wrong with making show-accurate designs and vectors. Heck, I'm even fine with using the Pony OC creator in some instances. But showing off one's creative style can make an OC all the more memorable. Take, for example, Mad Munchkin, one of my personal favorite Brony artists. Maddie already has a lot of points in her favor. Her OC is a Shetland pony, which is a unique twist on the normal pony OC. She knows how to accessorize with that adorable hat and scarf, and she's got an interesting cutie mark to boot. But the best part is that she chose to draw her OC in a fashion that's unique to her. This OC style is very reminiscent of the stuff that Maddie usually draws, so that helps to make it both more original and more personal. This tip may not be for everyone. In fact, my drawing abilities are akin to a child scribbling on a piece of paper, but it can be useful to all of those that are used to drawing in your own way. So, with all these concepts in mind, let's take a look at some OCs that I think really encapsulate the idea of a creative design. Let's see who's stepping down the runway tonight! Dr. Wolf decided to go a little bit off the grid here by making his OC an anthropomorphic Arctic wolf. Seeing as the only wolves in Equestria we've seen so far are made out of wood, that's certainly a unique choice. He's got a simple but effective getup here, with his formal shirt, pants, and ascot, along with a huggably cute size. He's pretty much got a little bit of everything good packed into this one. Not to mention that he does give off a very sweet and approachable vibe, fitting since psychiatrist is his profession of choice. Appropriately enough, Firebrand's got a fiery red and yellow color scheme to coincide with his name, and I feel that the colors complement one another really well. He keeps the accessories minimal with just a black jacket and the occasional green undershirt, and he's got undeniably one of the coolest cutie marks ever created. Setting the classic comedy mask ablaze can symbolize so many things. His fiery passion for creation, his ability to balance out silliness with seriousness, his secret wish of wanting to watch the world burn. You've been watching too much Batman, dude. Daga heads into some obscure territory by borrowing a species seen only in the comics and not the show. Very creative. In addition, he drew his OC in his own unique style, and he even included that little green crystal necklace, which goes perfectly with his tan and white color scheme in my opinion. Hopefully Ty started a trend here, because I'd be really interested in seeing more reindeer OCs in the future. They'd certainly be a hit around Christmas time. Ty and the red-nosed reindeer is a deer I want to hug. Yeah, can't go wrong with the Hippogriff King of Comedy. Deciding to go with a species that's still not canon in the MLP universe, Silver decides to combine a pony and a griffin, symbolizing his willingness to be part of the community, but also his love of doing things that one wouldn't expect. Throw on the fact that it's completely self-drawn, and it's obvious why this is one of the most recognizable faces in the Brony community. Too bad Silver is also the pain magnet of the Brony community. Guy can't go 2 seconds without something falling on him. Oh well, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And unfortunately adds to your hospital bills. And of course there's the aforementioned Mad Munchkin, Lightning Bliss, Toon Critic, etc. All unique for the reasons I already mentioned. Oh, and also Looney Turtle, because... Turtle. Well, I certainly hope that was helpful to all you eligible content creators out there. Be sure to stay tuned for the next 3 parts where we dive into your OC's name, backstory, and personality. Feel free to comment if you have any thoughts or questions on today's topic. And until next time, I'm Finn the Pony, and happy baking! Oh, come on! How does a stove explode twice?